Oh, damn, there it is. I mean, we're live.
Ah! It's Wednesday. It's 7:30-ish. My live button always takes forever. You're here
I know, right?
with us, the Source War, me, the Phantom Specialist, man like the Outlaw Red Hood, Kieran, and Ninja Man Power Ranger Extraordinaire, Just Josh. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
How's everybody doing?
How are you doing? Hello, people in the chat room. Hi, Sean. I know he's in there. Hi,
You
Sean.
Somewhere.
we
Hi,
haven't even
Luke.
asked him. But if you're there, what's going on? Sean
Yeah,
and other Sean, all the Seans,
all the Seans and the
all the
Shakas
Seans
and
out there.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
Quick announcement today. Unfortunately, there's been a terrible, 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 terrible loss.
Yeah.
Rich is in Denmark for some reason,
Oh,
so he's not with us. But we will strive to continue.
the
Striving.
tragedy.
Yeah, the dopeness that is the Source Wall.
I know.
So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, let's get to
Issue
it.
24.
Do Spo.
Mhm,
Oh, hang on a second, you
All
guys can't see me.
right. Who's
Right,
kicking
so
it
where
off?
we,
Let's go.
yeah, where
Where
are we
we at?
starting?
Right, so first some Marvel news. Noah Hawley, if that's the correct pronunciation of his name, has completed his Doctor Doom solo movie script.
Oh.
Originally teased last year at Comic-Con International in San Diego, little is known about Legion creator Noah Hawley's upcoming Doctor Doom solo film, with Disney's planned acquisition of 20th Century Fox only exacerbating the mystery. However, according to Hawley, the script to this Captain America Winter Soldier-esque political thriller featuring the main antagonist of the Fantastic Four has been completed. He says he wrote the script that I really like and the studio really likes. He added, though it still needs a little work. Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do with it. I mean, they said it's a, the thing is, Rich, this is why you should,
Yeah, pointing. Point.
Rich, this is why you should be here. But because I don't know his history that well. I know Rich said that he's just a guy that wants his mum back. So what is he, like Magneto in that sense?
And Batman and
yeah, but it just makes me wonder what is in the script that especially that makes it Winter Soldier-esque. And also, well, I'm not even fussed about that. I don't care for now. I'm just wondering about more of the story and if it's because there's the whole thing with it with Disney trying to get 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Is it going to be tied to not necessarily the MCU, but with their main stuff, but in the universe? You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he said, I know there's a little uncertainty given the potential for a Disney merger and the fact that Marvel may regain control of X-Men and Fantastic Four. They may have a plan of their own in a death's drawer. I just don't know. So I think there's a sense of uncertainty.
Of course there is.
So man could have a bad man script and then
no one doesn't
it goes in the bin anyway, as we've seen with many other films.
Yeah.
So it could also be shit. So
yeah, that's true. He's probably got this ill script.
But saying that, you know, he wrote Legion and Isha loves Legion.
Is that movie with Tyrese?
I'm gonna smash
what movie with Tyrese?
remember that movie Legion? It came out like I don't know 2000 something.
I don't remember no films with Tyrese in it. But Fast and Furious.
Beat you to death with Choco Cat. Good Choco. How could you?
You know what I'm talking about.
I know. You're terrible. We're moving on. And Legion has been greenlit for a third season. So...
All right. Well, I did say at some point once I've caught up with all the others that I'll watch Legion. But Legion aside, if Legion's good, I know from what I'm hearing, Legion is good. So if this is the same guy that wrote Legion, then this script has a lot of potential to be watchable.
It
is what I'll say.
Good.
I wonder how they will do it because I'm not even sure with his history with Reed Richards. Didn't they go to college together or something like that? They've always been rivals since they were younger, haven't they? So I wonder if a young Reed Richards would be in the movie. God, my asthma.
That would be a way to kind of launch off the Fantastic Four again in the MCU. if that's how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
No more backstory. Just get into the nitty gritty. Do a couple flashbacks and then go. But we'll see. We'll have to see what's going on with the script anyway. So,
to be honest, if they were to do a Doom movie, I would love it if it was like he's already Doctor Doom, not necessarily super villain. Every hero knows who he is, but just Doctor Doom making himself known in that kind of sense. You know, he's already running. Is it Latvia? His country. He's already a dictator in his Latvia. He's already a dictator in his country. They all know him. Politicians know him. Black Panther knows him because he runs a country, and then he just starts making himself known amongst superheroes as Doctor Doom.
Is your cat trying to escape?
No, there's another cat who, ironically, I call him Liono because he looks like a lion. So you know. We'll get to that in a second. Right.
If it's what I think it is,
we'll get to that in a second. Right. Next up.
Next on the agenda.
Sony have released the another trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
And it's good. Did you not watch it?
I did.
Yes, I have watched it.
It looks so dope.
Thoughts?
Isha, you watched it. You go first. I'm curious.
I am excited for this to hurry up and come out. The end. That was it. Go. You go.
I thought it was cool. The animation looks really, really good. The voice acting sounds really good. Really good.
I love the animation.
Yeah,
the animation style. I love how it's comic-y. It's
Even did you see the bit where he was running and it had like comic panels?
Boxes.
That was sick. That was a sick way of doing things.
Yeah. I have to say I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Yes, Sony, doing something right. Let's do this.
Exactly. And it's different as well. It's like it's fresh for younger people, but it's still kind of nostalgic for us. Where you know what I mean, kind of thing. So I'm
just waiting to be in the queue at a cinema one day, just at a cinema wherever, and there's like a poster. And just got this black kid. You know the ones that don't read comic books, so they don't know.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Isn't Spider-Man white? Why is he black? What are they doing to Spider?" Just to hear that conversation. Just to hear that conversation in the cinema or whatever, just in the general public. But I think it looks so dope. It has a good humor to it as well. I loved his dad. His dad was funny.
Yeah, that scene outside the school.
Outside the school. His dad was funny, man. And then Peter Parker. Well, just a nice little cameos from Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy. If you haven't watched the trailer out there, I suggest you go watch it. It's a nice 2 minutes and 41 seconds that will get you hyped for a cool movie that should be pretty decent. And Sony, not good for you doing something that gives you, the rights to hold on to the rights for Spider-Man a little bit longer, you punks. Whatever.
When's it coming
out? Christmas.
Christmas 2019, was it? Or was it Christmas this year?
Yeah.
I think it's Christmas this year.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not even sure what year we're in now. So
2018.
2018.
Yeah. Let me give a brief summary of it because I didn't do that at the beginning or whatever. We just started chatting about it. So it seems that Into the Spider-Verse will be introducing viewers to Miles Morales, voiced by Shameik Moore, as he grows into his role as Spider-Man, mentored by an older, more whatever that word is, take on Peter Parker, voiced by Jake Johnson. Not only will Miles Morales be the Afro-Latino teen who became the first non-white iteration of swinging superhero from Marvel's Ultimate line of comics in 2011, be taking the streets of New York into the Spider-Verse, but there's also a glimpse of Spider-Gwen. Oh yeah, you've got to see Spider-Gwen as well. She looks pretty badass as well. Cool. Like she looks like how she looks in the comic. It's literally like.
Did you notice in the trailer? I mean, this is probably a total accident, and I'm just being a geek. That when she showed up, it was similar to when Spider-Man showed up in Civil War, in the trailer for Civil War. So Spider-Man lands, he's like, "Hey guys," and then she landed in this trailer and was like, "Hey guys," just pointing out. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I was just wondering if you noticed that.
No, I didn't.
Well, it happened. Watch the trailer. I think Isha's muted herself again.
Yeah.
Just so that there's no
there you
echo,
go.
because my technological side. So keep talking. I am right here. Welcome to the Source Wall.
All right.
Quick shout out to Zhao Yen, if that's how you say it, in the chat. He's always in the chat. He said he loved the Power Rangers series. Thanks for the tip. Booyah. Is what I'm saying, fam. That Power Rangers.
I still haven't I've got my graphic novel volume 1 and I still haven't read it. But I'm actually was looking at it the other day and I'm like, I'm hyped to read it. I just need some graphic novel time, you know? I need some
you need to get into that shit. Today I went to the comic book store and Krypton Comics, shout out on Black Horse Lane. I went to pick up Man of Steel 1 and 2 and Doomsday Part 5.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him, I was like, you need to read Power Rangers, fam. I was like, everyone that I keep telling, they're like, Power Rangers, right? Power Rangers. I was like, I'll show them a couple panels and they'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll have a peek in it. And then they come back and they're like, this Power Rangers comic is doing the thing. I'm telling you, forget what you see on the series. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. DC news. Ava DuVernay says that new Gods film is in early development. During a recent Q&A session on Twitter, director Ava DuVernay revealed that despite her excitement over tackling the new Gods for Warner Brothers and DC, the film is still quite a ways off.
Of course it is.
Yeah, you know them, man. The announcement came from DuVernay when a fan asked for an update on the project. She replied by explaining that she's currently writing her next film, Central Part 5, and that the superhero epic New Gods is in early development and feeling good.
I don't even know what to say to that. That just sounded like DC movie news. You don't know what you're doing. You're behind and everything.
Don't trust DC. I'm joking.
It's a little bit of that.
I mean, on the movie side, I don't. Why even bring it up? Why even say? I suppose that she was answering a fan's question, but
well, that's probably why, innit? And then news outlets have gone with it. Oh, she said something about new Gods.
But it's not really news, is it? If it's so far off, in terms of the news outlets, I guess then it's not her fault if a fan asks her. But in terms of the news outlets, that's not news. You must have been really running low on news to say, hey, this is something that's not going to report. Hey, there's this movie that's going to be coming out. It won't be coming out for years. Carry on.
Yeah, but whenever you know in a news thing not to report, it's like in the football when like someone in some Spanish country goes, oh yeah, this player's going to be signing for whoever, and then in the English media, like reports from Spain say that this player, and it's like you're just chatting shit because you ain't got nothing to say in it.
Yeah, so it's just news outlets. Shame on you.
Whatever. It's not real news. Next story.
Having said that, until that movie gets any kind of leeway, I don't want to know about the new Gods. All right.
No.
What's next?
Swipe.
Right. Next story. Wonder Woman. Apparently, will be set in 1984.
I was born a year before.
Thus making it irrelevant. Each the sound.
Yeah.
Right.
Where are your headphones? Right. So you were saying.
Yeah, each headphones, please. Or muted. It was burning my soul to the soul. Right. With Comic-Con set to arrive next month, we're likely to get some new details on Wonder Woman Deuce. And it looks like Jeff Johns is already eager to start sharing with fans. Of course he is. On his Twitter page, he changed his header image to Wonder Woman 84 or WW84, which I can't stick it up on the screen now. But next week, there will be some newness. We'll be having images and shit. Watch out. Given his prominence in the DCEU, it's unlikely the WW stands for anything other than Wonder Woman. And while there are still 2 DCEU movies ahead of Wonder Woman, Aquaman and Shazam,
Oh,
it's
God.
now the flagship of the cinematic universe, given the original is the most popular movie they've done so far.
God, that is pathetic. Don't you think? I mean, just in the sense that Man of Steel was the first. You know how, like, with the MCU.
How long ago was that?
What? Man of Steel?
2011.
2011, 20, something like that. But it was the first one, just like it's their version of Iron Man. And Iron Man is still like this whole thing is pretty much about Iron Man's redemption in the MCU. Even Infinity War, it was just very much Iron Man. So we should be following Superman in this universe. And they messed it up royally. So no, because
I'm totally going to get onto that when we get to our next story.
fair dues, but like, because Wonder Woman, and it did surprise me well. I think it surprised them more than anyone else. So it's like, okay, let's run with this. And now all of a sudden I'm great. I'm happy for that. Wonder Woman's a dope character anyway, but DC just don't know what they're doing. That was like a complete accident, you know? On the subject of I was just about to say it's set during the Cold War. That's what happened in 1984, I guess.
I think 84 is a good year because the 80s is dope. Everyone's doing that kind of retro. Well, they call them period pieces now, innit?
Yeah.
Fucking anytime anything happens after a certain amount of time, it's a period piece.
Yeah.
So I guess the 80s, you know, back in the day when it was like a period piece, it would be, you know, Tudor times, hello, yeah, I'm from 100 and something, 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago. And now it's just like the other day.
That's how it's going these days.
But I think there's so much good stuff to have there. There's a long distance of time between the last movie and this movie. You know, she would have had to have moved on from all the stuff that had happened then. What is it that's going to bring her back out?
Yeah.
Because clearly in Batman v Superman, it's like, who is this Wonder Woman? Where did she come from? And all that stuff, which I assume in 84, it would have the same thing. But obviously there's not the whole, everyone's got a camera, everyone's got the internet, everyone can see everything. Yeah. So she could come, do a thing and disappear again. And it wouldn't be a big hullabaloo. It would be one of those, oh, did you hear about them? Whatever, man, I don't believe about that.
Still, I mean, in Batman v Superman, when Bruce Wayne was digging up information on her, he found a picture of her from like World War I, or even World War II. And you couldn't find something from 1984?
Yeah, but because that might be the thing, because in the Wonder Woman movie, you see them pose for that picture.
That's
you see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like in 84, it might be a thing where she has to come out because the whatever is so severe. You know what I'm saying? You know, cheetahs out scratching people or something. I don't know, or something. So yeah, I think Wonder Woman will be. You know, I liked the first one. I thought it was good. I think it was the best DC film that they've done. So I think that's definitely the way to go forward with it.
Are you guys excited for it? As in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
I am. I will be honest.
Go on, Ish, say your piece.
Yeah.
I am excited for Wonder Woman. The Amazons and Amazonians like kept DC from falling and becoming an obsolete company. No, I'm really excited for it. Obviously, I think, like you said, like Wonder Woman is the best film that DC's got going on right about now, and she's like one of the strongest standalone characters. So it will be fun in that era, like you said as well. So it should be fun. I don't know. Do you think there are going to be loads of cameos in this now, or is this just going to be like another flashback thing?
Things they could do. They could add in, like, I suppose, a Green Lantern of 1984. They could have a Green Lantern from 1980. Sorry, a Green Lantern from 1984. Whoever was the Green Lantern of Earth at that time, if there was one, or they can make one up. They could have hypothetically Dr. Fate. God knows what he's doing. I mean, there are certain heroes that might fit into that, or even Aquaman. She could have. No, Aquaman. He wouldn't have been.
What is that sound?
Someone's phone.
Oh, man. From my phone over there.
84. is Bruce Wayne-ish parents die-ish time, maybe. There might be like a throwaway in the newspaper or on the news or something on the TV, like Wayne's murdered him thing. Because if you think about how old is he meant to be in the films, like in his 40s.
40s, yeah.
Or something like that. So
a mistake, I think, to be honest. But anyway. They could have Jay Garrick in the news as the Flash, or anybody from like the JSA, hypothetically. I don't know if they're planning on putting those lot in the movies in the DCEU FU universe. But
you know what? You just made a banging point. Imagine, they was like, fuck this Justice League shit. Fucked it up. Let's go back. Let's stay in 84 or whatever. And then we'll just do JSA and stick Wonder Woman in there. And then
they could
have like Jay Garrick and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. Yeah. And I'll be like, that would have been dope.
That would work. That can work, in fact. DC
but they'll never do it because you can't have Batman and Superman if they do that. It will be Wonder Woman and then like,
there'll be a Green Lantern.
Yeah, Adam Scott, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Jay Garrick, Flash, and all this or whatever.
And it's a shame because that could work really well, and it'll be different. It will be different, showing people heroes that they're maybe not too familiar with instead of what they do with the. I mean, the Avengers did that and it worked. The MCU, because remember they didn't have Spider-Man, they didn't have the X-Men, they didn't have Fantastic Four, so they focused on like Guardians of the Galaxy, and they focused on, oh God, who am I thinking of?
Iron Man. How about that? No,
Iron Man. Nobody cared about Iron Man. Yeah. So yeah, it works for Marvel. DC could do that, but they won't. I think this movie, Wonder Woman, whatever they do with it, will be pretty decent though. Because I hope it will. I don't know. Are they sticking with the same director?
I believe so.
Yeah, it should be pretty good then. I think so. Jeff Johns, a message for you. I don't know how you, of all people who are like one of the greatest comic book people ever, and your universe movie-wise is just messing up royally. Like, sort it out, all right? Sort it out.
I think ain't that what he's meant to, because originally when they started all this shit, he wasn't on board.
Oh, was he not? Oh,
no.
Okay. He was a fixer.
When they started it. But Isha, any points on that?
No, you said everything. It was amazing.
Okay.
All right, should we move on?
Right. Which segues into the next bit, which is going to be why I'm going to get onto this Superman shit.
All right.
Jared Leto to produce and star in Joker film. So, news is, according to Variety, Jared Leto is set to star in an executive produce his own Joker movie. The plan is for Warner Brothers to build out the world that it created with Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie will reprise her role as Harley Quinn in the upcoming Birds of Prey movie and in Suicide Squad 2. And now Leto has his own Joker movie, all of which will take place within the Suicide Squad universe. Don't know how that works. I thought that's the DCEU.
Yeah,
anyway.
What does that mean? Yeah.
I don't know. Warner Brothers has also been working on a separate Joker movie with director Todd Phillips. No word on how today's news about Jared Leto's Joker movie will affect that project. Variety is unsure to whether Jared Leto's Joker movie will come out before or after Suicide Squad 2. Right, let me start with this bullshit.
Yeah, you go.
Fuckers. Right. First off, the fact that they're even announcing it when, like you said, it's not even news. It's literally, they haven't started writing. They haven't got nothing. It's literally just been greenlit or whatever. Yeah. On top of that, however, a few weeks or a couple months ago, they're chatting about, we're going to do a Joker movie that isn't in the DCEU. So first, we're already trying to confuse everyone. Like, it was already a little bit confused when you're bringing out a Joker film that isn't in the DCEU. Fair enough. Like we've said 10 billion times, they should just do Elseworlds and have those films. Like, literally, the title of the film should be called Elseworlds, the Joker story. Elseworlds, Gotham by Gaslight. Elseworlds, Superman Red Sun, etc., etc. That is what you should do. Why have we not got 10 million viewers so that these motherfuckers can see this shit? Anyway, on top of that, now you're going, of all the characters that we've got and that we can do something with, we're doing a Joker film. Where is Man of Steel 2? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, exactly what you said. Why is Superman not having his own? This is what I'm saying. Where is Superman? Because you had Man of Steel, yeah. It wasn't shit. It wasn't like, oh, the best film ever or whatever. It wasn't shit. It was a good setup. It done its thing, right? Then you had Batman versus Superman. It was shit, whatever, yeah. It done its thing. Superman had a little bit of whatever. Spoilers, he dies. The end. Justice League comes back, fake lip, whatever, but it still wasn't Superman. It was like Superman cameoing. Where is Man of Steel 2? I don't want, you're giving me 2 Joker films with 2 separate Jokers, and you're not even giving me a Superman sequel for Man of Steel, which come out however long ago now. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No one even liked this bloody Jared Leto Joker. I don't care if bare of his shit got cut out of the film or whatever. Like, no one gives a shit. And that's even this is the main thing. When everyone went to saw the trailer for Suicide Squad, yeah, they thought they was going to get something sick. They thought the Joker was going to be in it. They went there, and this is where the letdown of the DC films started. You went, saw Suicide Squad and went, oh, do you know what? That was shit. You let me down, DC. What came from Batman, Superman, Suicide Squad? Bare silence up in here, fam.
Because there's nothing to say.
Was that your Dracula?
That was my
Sounded like Jared Leto.
It was terrible. Okay. Kieran, are you still here? I feel like okay. Kieran's in the void, but with why? Like you said, why is there 2 Jokers? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still here. Okay, so yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. And the story in Suicide Squad, like the Joker story, it wasn't that bad. It was interesting. And yeah, like you said, it was a letdown to go there and be like, we only saw 2.2 seconds of the Joker. And that was the whole film. And then half of the film was some woman twitching from fleas or rabies and other stupidness. So unless you're going to do like a continuation of like when he breaks Harley Quinn out of jail and then you have something like that, then fine. Other than just leave it alone. DC, just leave it alone. Like you said, just do the Elseworlds. Please, I'm begging. Because your DC, like, ugh, your repertoire right now is hurting my soul. What's the point of talking about it? There's really no point. Just move on.
But even saying that, how would it even work? Like, if it was to continue, like how you said with Jared Leto, or I mean, with the Joker breaking Harley Quinn out and all this shit, she's got her own movie in Birds of Prey, and then on top of that, there's Suicide Squad 2. Suicide Squad 2.
But why is she even in Birds of Prey? I'm just like, oh.
Because she was the moneymaker in the film.
It's long. Hi, Kieran. You're back.
Or is he?
Technical difficulties on a Wednesday, people. Bear with us.
I know, right?
You know you love us with our limited technological advances. Wakanda, we need you. We're going to move on to the next subject because at the moment, I think the sunshine.
Right. We might jump back because I definitely want to hear one.
Yes, we'll jump back to it. But what's next?
Right. Last bit of. The echo is gone. Thank you. last bit of DC news. There is a chance that the original Teen Titans film may return. Fans of the original Teen Titans cartoon have been clamoring for a revival ever since the series ended on the cliffhanger in 2006. Son of a bitch, how you gonna do that? They may be getting their wish, but with one big caveat. The big screen debut of the new Teen Titans series, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, which looks hilarious to me. I know other people don't like Teen Titans Go, but you know, I like to bust a little bit of joke. If it was any other characters, I would be like, oh, this is hilarious. Anyway, has to do well at the box office. But why? This is a tricky prospect because many fans of the 2003 to 2006 series find Teen Titans Go too silly and childish. Tara Strong, the voice of Raven in both series, just tweeted, wow, just so you'll know, at a movie session today, they told us that if the Teen Titans Go movie kicks all butts, they would do our show at the same time as season 6 for reals. So go see it, even if you hate us. So I am now 150% going to see Teen Titans Go if that means that I'm going to get season 6 of Teen Titans. Hell to the yeah.
Can you guys hear me yet?
Yes.
Oh my God, right. Teen Titans.
Did you hear that? What I heard, said, yeah?
Yeah, I heard that. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Drop it like it's hot.
Right. The reason people don't like Teen Titans, because I know what you just said about if it was any other show, people would think it was hilarious. But it's a slap in the face, that show. That show is a slap in the face. We love the original Teen Titans. And then they cancelled it. We didn't get a final season. And then they did the Teen Titans shorts on their DC Nation hour that they were having in America, which was cool. And they advertised it as like the original show, but like on their days off, which was funny. But this one is not that at all. And then they just do things to slap you in the face. Like they did things, they canceled Young Justice, and then they had Young Justice featuring Teen Titans Go, slap in the face. Then they showed us an episode of the Teen Titans we grew up with, but dubbed over it all silly, slap in the face. And now they have the audacity to say, if you go see this movie, we'll give you back your season 6. Slap in the face.
I'll take them slaps. I'll take them slaps.
Do you know, I'm skeptical because what if we go see this movie and it flops and we don't get our season 6? I'm going. But it's still a slap in the face. It's so, do you know what I mean? They know that this show is, they know it's a slap in the face. They know it. That's why they said in the boardroom meeting, oh, we'll give them season 6 if they go see it. Even though, come on, man, it's such a slap in the face. I'm gonna keep saying that.
I'm kind of seeing parallels between the Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go and Thundercats and Thundercats.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
That is the real slap in the face, because Teen Titans, like I think I said last week, I was like, or it might have been the week before. Fair enough. I was like, they cancelled my Teen Titans series or whatever, and they replaced it with Teen Titans Go eventually or whatever. But I was still getting Young Justice. I was still getting other Batman series, etc., etc. Thundercats, there's literally nothing. Thundercats, you had the original series. Then you had the Reboot series in 2011, which was 2 series long, and it was sick. The story was better than the original one. They had the little throwaway in the theme tune where it didn't have the theme tune, but it just went, and I was like, oh, that was sick. And then, you know what I'm saying? All the characters were better. They were all fleshed out. The animation was good. The action was good. Not enough toy sales. Cancelled it like they do with everything.
Young Justice.
Static, etc.
Static, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, 2 6, 7 years later, my man turns around. For those of you that haven't seen, go on YouTube, type in Thundercats, I don't know, Thundercats trailer, Thundercats reboot, whatever it's called. So this motherfucker, that's right, I call him don't even pronounce it, Bernie Mac style, whatever, with his stupid little ponytail on his head or whatever, saying how, oh yeah, my brothers, yeah, we used to watch, Thundercats, and they was like, yeah, Thundercats or whatever. I don't know if he's from the exact same school or whatnot as everyone that's animating Steven Universe and Gumball and all that stuff. It literally looks like that. with Thundercats on it. Now, if this was any other, like if it was an original cartoon, I might go, oh yeah, that's a thing, because Steven Universe and you know, regular show and all that,
they're all right.
Yeah, I fuck that, but they're like original.
Yeah.
Why are you just like, after a certain amount of time since this whole, you know, next gen Cartoon Network stuff has started happening, it's fallen into a thing of, oh, if it looks like this, it will work. Do you know what I'm saying? If it looks like Adventure Time, yeah, it will work. If it looks like
Gumball,
it will work. Do you know what I'm saying? So now they went, oh yeah, let's do that with Thundercats. That's the real slap in the face to me, because Thundercats is like, I sat there, they cancelled the other one. I'm like, well, how long am I going to have to wait for another Thundercats?
They didn't even cancel the other one. They left it. They didn't even say anything. They just didn't even say anything. There was no information. No information at all.
It felt like it was like 1998 or something like that. And it was the end of Spider-Man, and I didn't know it ended, and it just goes back to the first episode. And I'm like, oh, when I get to the end of season 2, maybe it will continue. And then it doesn't. And it goes back to season 1, episode 1 again, and forever and ever and ever. That was the real slap in the face. Like, the prospect that Teen Titans could even come back, and it's season 6, not even a new show that's serious or whatever, that they'll carry it on. I'm like, all right, cool. You can slap me. That's all right.
Yeah, fair dues.
But Thundercats, they fucked me in the bumhole, fam.
that was my point before. Season 6 of Teen Titans aside, that's how I felt. What you were just saying, that's how I felt about Teen Titans Go. It was like, I think I remember saying the same thing to somebody, that it looks, because it looks like Adventure Time or a regular show or Gumball, even though I do like those shows, it has to, a superhero show, it has to look like that and be silly to get views. And it worked. The annoying thing is that it worked. It's popular. Kids love it. But what about us? You know, I'm not one of those people that are like, cartoons are just for kids. Like, adults make cartoons. So if adults make cartoons, then we can have cartoons that work for everybody.
Yeah, but they don't care about us, because at the end of the day, the kids want stuff, and then the adults buy the stuff for the kids.
The thing is, the annoying things about their whole thing with toy sales is that kids these days don't even want toys. They don't want toys. They want mechanical, gamey.
They want kind of thing.
Yeah, they do. So what they should be doing is like, all right, we need to make a sick kids Teen Titans Go game, or a regular show game, or they shouldn't be focusing on toy sales. They're in the wrong market these days. If they
but the thing is, toy sales is a serious thing. Like, say for example, not to just go back and bring it back to Power Rangers, but Power Rangers, they've been riding on that fact that they're the most successful toy brand for boys aged, I don't know, 5 to 11 or something like that for the past however many years, despite the fact that the show's figures have been dropping, all this stuff, whatever. And now they've had the Hasbro acquisition. You've got Power Rangers in the same field as like Transformers and all this shit or whatever, because it's fucking toys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, the toys keep Power Rangers alive. More children buy the toys than they do watch the show, which is bullshit. But that's because that's what I'm saying. It's like, people at the top, they don't know, they don't. And it's annoying because it's always the stuff that you like. It's like they try and do what everyone else is doing successfully, and then they fail at it, and it kind of ruins what you liked about the show in the first place, whichever show that is, whether it be Teen Titans, Power Rangers, or whatever. So,
Oh well. And just a side note, we as adults buy more toys, I think, than kids, because I've got loads.
Yeah, you should see my bedroom. I've got my rents are in Canada, and I asked them to get me some Marvel Legends. So they get me some Marvel Legends. Can't wait to post those on Instagram. But it's true, we play with more toys than they do. But it's because we're of a different generation.
You think about it. Remember how your toys were when you was little? Because man remembers having a toy box that was literally this big and it was filled with toys. Just because they're gone now. Yeah. But when you was a kid, the toys were coming in and out of rotation. I remember I got like my He-Man power sword, and I hit my dad with it, and then he broke it, and then I got angry, and then I threw it in the garbage thing. One day, that He-Man sword lasted for.
Oh my days! But no, I don't know. Going back on Thundercats, probably not gonna watch it. Teen Titans Go movie. If it has the potential to bring back my show, which I have on DVD, by the way, I loved it so much that I had to buy it on DVD. if I can get the whole DVD set and then get a season 6 and onwards, and I'm getting Young Justice back, fine, I'll go watch Teen Titans Go. But it's a slap in the face.
Go watch Teen Titans, people. Go watch Teen Titans. What's next?
Right. Star Wars news. Right. Nothing to do with Solo or anything.
Oh, really?
Right. I've put this news in here because we were chatting about this last week, and then coincidentally, this is what happened in the Star Wars comic. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. So, Leia's near-death experience in Star Wars: The Last Jedi may have divided fans, but at least now they can witness the scene from the perspective of General Organa herself. That's thanks to the comic book adaptation of Episode 8 from Marvel, retelling the events of the Star Wars movie. With Star Wars: The Last Jedi #2, the comics have already added a handful of details and new hints of canon to the film's depiction of events. Don't know why we need it in the comic. It should have been in the film. Now, in the case of Leia's involuntary spacewalk, fans have the opportunity to hear the thoughts that crossed her mind as audience members sat stunned, unaware of Leia's future in the series. Also, we got, more importantly, the final moments of Admiral Ackbar.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah. So, unlike the movie, he actually got to say something before he was blown to smithereens. He says, torpedoes inbound. It's been an honor serving with you all. Next panel, explosion. So,
spoiler.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Now,
oh,
this, yeah. Now, this half pissed me off and half made me happy because I was like, well, at least they like said something, acknowledged him. Do you know what I'm saying? And he got a couple little panels or whatever, looking out the window with his big eyes. It's a trap or whatever. And then, but it pissed me off because when we were chatting last week, we was like, maybe he didn't die, and because we didn't see him or whatever, they could just sneakily go, yeah, he's alive or whatever. But the comic is canon, and thus he's dead, fam.
Proper, dead, fam. It's proper fan servicey to obviously put him in the comic and show that he did die and how he died, and then it obviously showed its final moments, but it still feels unceremoniously that he died. Like it didn't need to, and even those panels, it doesn't seem like much of any. I still feel like he did, not to say he needed to go down in like a battle or something, but just something that meant more. Missiles.
He should have been doing what bloody Mon Mothma was doing. That's
it was just
what he should have been the one light speeding through another thing.
Yeah, that would have meant so much more.
This is what I said, before. I probably said this like when the film came out or whatever. Is that when he done that, because remember all the whatever they're called, new school empire or whatever, they were all like, why are they doing this? And then they should have went, it's a trap, and then Admiral Ackbar just went, and then blew them up. How could you? That would have been the big.
That would have been much better, because when the girl Admiral or Chicago, whatever her name is, Chicago, whatever her name is, when she did it. What's her name? No, when she did it.
I was just giggling, sorry.
Okay. No, I was just saying, when she did it, and we were supposed to feel this loss, I was like, well, I don't even know who this woman is. We're supposed to care. And she's been serving with Princess Leia for like X amount of years or decades. I don't remember you from any of the previous Star Wars movies. Why do I care that you just committed a kamikaze? I don't care. But if it was General Ackbar, I would have been like, oh, damn. Oh, man.
And that seems like common sense.
Yeah.
It seems like common sense. If you're sitting there going, oh, we want someone to feel about this character or whatever. It's like a perfect example. In Avatar, not the series, the James Cameron film. In Avatar, like everyone gets killed off or whatever. Like when Sigourney Weaver dies or whatever, they make it like this whole thing with the tree. And I was like, this woman was in the film for 5 minutes. Am I meant to feel something about this or whatever? And that's exactly the same as with Admiral Holder or whatever her name is. She was barely in the film. Her backstory was, oh yeah, she's this general that's been here for bare time. You know what? If you dropped a film, one of these prequel film things or whatever, or side story films with her and Leia doing a thing, then I would have went, fair enough. Yeah,
they'll get to it.
But
they'll get to it.
I don't know how they're gonna get to it now. Leia's fucking dead, fam.
No, they'll do a young princess. See that, even though it still doesn't make sense. I suppose they.
Yeah, but it don't make sense because it
doesn't make sense.
Happened from the end of the original trilogy, and now
doesn't make
what
sense.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they can't even do that.
Ruined.
And even ruined. Exactly. Ish, are you not charged enough for headphones yet?
My phone's at 7% and is steadily staying at 7%.
7%.
I know.
What phone have you got?
It's an iPhone. We're doing well.
Dealings.
This is a great podcast, people. But Star Wars, General Ackbar would have had a great time if he had a long speech and, like you said, doing the kamikaze.
It's a trap.
Yes. I don't know who this purple woman is, but, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, and then obviously, the whole point of the story was Leia's bit. I've just been talking about Ackbar this whole time.
That's because he's relevant.
Yeah, I know, right? But, obviously, she gets like a couple panels or whatever of her flirting in space and giving her thoughts of what's happening. Apparently, she has like a force vision or something like that. She says to herself, "Is this the end of a lifetime spent fighting, resisting, surviving? Luke once told me the future is always in motion, difficult to see. But as I look within the force for a glimpse of mine, it has never seemed clearer. The end, like hell." And then she goes and flies back to the ship, which I like the context of, there's something there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's showing that she's not giving up or whatever. But it is what it is. The Last Jedi is already, whatever. Next story.
What is next?
Right. Bumblebee official trailer. Right. Set in 1987, the solo prequel to the Transformers live-action film series follows the iconic yellow Autobot as he takes refuge in a California junkyard. Found by teenager Charlie Watson, played by Haley Steinfeld, the duo quickly bond as they find themselves targeted by Decepticons. John Cena was cast as Agent Burns in the film in July, while details about his character are still being kept under wraps. Burns is believed to be working for Sector 7, a covert government organization founded to handle extraterrestrial threats, directed by Travis Knight, who done Kubo and the Two Strings, which was a very good film. From a script by Christina Hodson, Bumblebee stars Haley Steinfeld, George Lindenberg Jr., Pamela Adlon, Jason Drucker, Abby Quinn, and some more people who I've never heard of. The film is scheduled to open on December 21st.
Let me tell you.
It looks like Iron Giant. It looks like Iron Giant.
That's exactly what I thought.
It looks like Iron Giant. Next story.
Do you know what, Isha? I have to say, I was watching the trailer, and I was like, this movie reminds me of something. I can't pinpoint what it is. I've seen this movie before, and it's only today, as you've said, Iron Giant. Yes, it looks like Iron Giant. That is the live-action movie of Iron Giant. They switched.
That's literally what I thought. I was watching. I was like, "This is Iron Giant," and then I looked in the comments, and everyone was like, "Iron Giant," and I was like, "Yeah."
They were probably watching Iron Giant and thought, "Yeah, this is how we're going to do Bumblebee." Because and the other thing is, I've seen Iron Giant. That movie was dope, but this movie looks crap. The only thing I liked about that trailer, I have to say, was that little split second you saw of Starscream. That was it. If they could edit together all the scenes with Starscream, I'll watch that and I'll be happy. But I'm not about this movie.
Well, you know what this film's going to be in it. Obviously, clearly, well, other than that, they say in the 80s, so they're obviously going to make all the Transformers look Gen 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll finally be happy. I'm like, motherfuckers making me wait bloody 10,
you
15
see
years or whatever. Just to see things. Like me, like Bumblebee, used to be one of my favorite Transformers. Yeah, I remember because I made a Bumblebee costume out of Crunchy Nut cornflakes boxes. Yeah, when I was like 5. Yeah, since the first film come out, I hate Bumblebee. I hate Bumblebee.
Oh man.
But it's crazy because it's just like, for me, Optimus Prime has always been that guy. And I'm just like, how is the new, like Bumblebee's great, but then how I'm like, how are the new generation just all over Bumblebee? I'm like, Optimus Prime is the shit. Like
the thing is,
shickety shit.
The thing is, in the original, the 80s cartoon, Bumblebee and Spike were the team. Like they were always, you know, the closest to. And obviously, in the latest movies, they're focusing on. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, which is the boy. So that's the team. Yeah, Sam Witwicky. So they're focusing on that. It basically translates from the 80s cartoon, and then I suppose people who go watch the movies relate to that, and then Bumblebee becomes popular. But I'm with you. Like, to me, Optimus Prime was always next to Hot Rod. Optimus Prime was always the best. Oh, we're getting Hot Rod. We're getting Hot Rod as well now.
Are we?
Have you not seen it?
No. Does he look like Hot Rod?
No.
Don't even get me started. Literally, before we started the show, yeah, we was chatting about getting stuff at Comic-Con, yeah. I was looking for a Hot Rod or a Rodimus Prime, that was decently priced, and I was like, oh yeah, I want a Hot Rod. Like Hot Rods, he was my. I had a few favorites. Like I like Blur, I like Bumblebee, I like Hot Rod, I like Optimus.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I like Ultra Magnus.
Yeah,
but, man, I don't even want. Right, let me see it so I can get angry at it.
What I was gonna say is, while you're looking up, Hot Rod is apparently supposed to be Bumblebee's best friend or something like that in this movie. Yeah, no.
Don't do it, Josh. Don't do it.
Just count down to that outrage.
What is?
There you go.
What the fuck? He just looks like Orange Bumblebee.
Yeah, there is.
What is that? He literally looks like black and orange Bumblebee.
Yeah.
You done fucked it up again. Jesus
But
Christ.
they know we've been waiting for Hot Rod. They know we've been. I mean, I wanted Hot Rod from the first movie. Why he wasn't in the first movie, I don't know. But we're getting him in the past, and it's at a time I don't even watch these movies anymore. I haven't watched it since. Was it The Fallen? Was that the third one?
Rise of the Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, that one. That was the last one. I don't watch these movies. I haven't watched it with Marky Mark at all.
Yeah, neither have I. I think the last one I saw, I think was the third. Was there Dark Side of the Moon?
Was that the second one? I can't even
remember. That was the third one.
Was that the third one? That was the last one I watched properly.
There've been so many, like.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up.
But I was just like, fuck it. After that film, I was literally in that film because they done the thing. All the Transformers, like the beef started. Yeah, the beef started, and then it cut to the humans running through a building, running away from some octopus with some stupid woman in her high heels that somehow got out of it perfectly unscathed. And then I remember they were doing that whole runaway thing or whatever, and then she was getting the better of, who was it, Galvatron or Megatron or whoever?
I think it was Galvatron in that movie, actually, yeah.
Whatever. She was getting the better of someone. This little 5-foot-something woman was getting the better of, was it even Starscream? Or whoever, she was getting the better of someone. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it cut away from all these humans in their place doing their running away octopus thing. And then it cut back to the Autobots and Decepticons, and all the Autobots were beaten and tied up. I said, where was that fight? That was the fight that I wanted to see. Like, and then after that, I said, fuck that, I'm not coming back for another Transformers.
Yeah.
Also, on top of that, for about 3 films now, they've been talking about rebooting it and starting it again. This is not rebooting and starting again. This is just going back to the 80s and then saying, oh yeah, Bumblebee was here from... It's still the same continuity. Start the fucking shit again, man. This is the slap in the face. This is the slap in the face. I don't like
Transformers. Do you know what, people? I'm like, when I think back to my childhood, there's certain cartoons that just light up my life. Transformers, Turtles, Thundercats, you know? And when they keep making these SWAT Cat, yeah, then when they keep making these movies and just pin all over it. But anyway, you know, to you modern kids out there that are enjoying Transformers, this one's for you, I suppose, because it damn sure ain't for us.
Yes, your millennials and your millennial storylines. This is for you.
But is it for the, this is my problem. Because I don't. If you look at, say, for example, the Transformers cartoon series gets rebooted every few years or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the one? Transformers Prime, the CGI one. I think it had 3 series or whatever. Good story, different characters. They changed characters a little bit. It's not the same as your Gen 1 or whatever, but it was a good story. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, like, kids watched it, older people watched it, maybe not enough people watched it, or toy sales weren't good enough or whatever, and they had to cancel it and all that. But it was a good story. So some bigwig at Hasbro or Paramount or fucking that geezer, Michael Bay or whatever, they're going, right, we're just going to do this. It don't matter what we do because everyone goes to see it anyway. It sells, you know, 500 mil, whatever, problem solved. It don't make a difference. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what's happened.
People are thinking, you got a shit film, yeah. All the previous iterations, the last few series that are out, the 2002 version, even the, what was it, 2007 film, the CGI film, even though everyone didn't go to see it, it was still decent. The 2012 series, or whatever it was, 2015 series, the one that literally just finished on Nickelodeon, which was sick. It was literally the perfect way to do throwback to the original series and doing new things and taking things from the comic and acknowledging the multiverse that is Turtles. It was like perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't we get that in a film? Why is it so hard? Why do I only have to watch it on 20 minutes in a kids' TV series? Yeah. I don't feel like it's millennial kids. They're not the ones that make the fucking show. It's our lot and older that are making the shows and making the fucking movies and all that.
What you just said there is a real shame that actually we're obviously at the age where people who are making cartoons and the movies and they're our age, they grew up watching what we watched and they're crapping all over it. That's a horrible thought.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, no, swipe left. That's a shame. Oh, no. Anyway, Bumblebee, coming to a cinema near you. What's next?
What is next? Right. Just a couple other things. I'll lay them down or whatever. You can speak of them if you wish. The Crow reboot loses Jason Momoa and director Corin Hardy.
Oh snap! Yeah, really?
Yes, really.
That's.
Were you surprised?
To be honest,
I'm pretty sure I said this before as well. Just like Gambit, I said Gambit's like The Crow. It's literally going to go on forever. It's never going to get made. It's going to just go on forever. There you go. There you go.
You know, that's a cult classic that, although it's a shame what happened to Brandon Lee and he never got to do his sequels or even finish the first movie, it's still a cult classic. You watch The Crow, you're like, oh, this movie's dope. But I don't think it needed a reboot. There are certain movies that you should just leave alone, Hollywood. I know you're running out of ideas, but certain movies like The Goonies, where are you? Leave them alone. The Crow that didn't need a remake. Although it would have been interesting to see what Jason Momoa would have put to the character, but oh well, I'm not really fussed about it.
It would make a good TV show, you know?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, put that on Netflix. What else?
Silver and Black has been removed from Sony's movie schedule. So
I don't know what that is.
Black Cat and Silver Sable.
Oh, good. No more of these Spider-Man-esque movies. Just give the rights fully back to Disney, Marvel/Disney. I don't care. Move on.
Yeah, it is. I'm not like I wasn't excited for it.
I would have been happy if they cancelled Venom, to be honest. Like whatever.
Yeah, Venom's like.
I'm terrified to see this film.
People are excited though. Are you seeing the post on Instagram?
This Predator, no.
People are so excited for this Venom movie. Where was I? I was in, I think it was either Comic-Con or a comic book shop, and I remember people were talking about Venom. comic book fans are talking about Venom. So, oh, I'm such a big fan of Venom. I can't wait to see Venom. But it's not going to be what you know from comics. Like, how do you not realize this? You ain't fans. You know what? I saw a... Never mind. Moving on. I don't want to get into a rant about this.
Right. Keiynan Lonsdale addresses exit from Legends and The Flash. So he plays Kid Flash.
Kid Flash, yeah.
So basically, he's not going to be a season regular on either show next season. Either season of either show, whatever, however you're meant to say it. He basically just said, long story short, how he's changed a lot in life, and he's been growing and he's on his journey of life and whatever. A little bit to how his character is in The Flash, like he goes on a journey of learningness or whatever. Yeah, and because recently he came out as bisexual, like about a year ago or something like that. So maybe that's part of his journey, and obviously because he does other things as well. To my knowledge, he dances as well, and he's from New Zealand, or Australia, one of those. So life and stuff. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think Kid Flash needs to be,
I think
there all the time.
I think with American shows, like you ever watch? I don't watch British soaps anymore, but like you will have a character in like EastEnders or something, or even Hollyoaks. And then one day you turn it on and the kid playing that kid is a different actor. It's a different actor, like out of nowhere. I don't know why they just don't. I understand if he wants to, if he's got, if he's on a journey of self-discovery, that's great. So good luck to him in that sense. But in terms of the show, if they want Kid Flash, instead of just writing him out or introducing characters like Ralph Dibny, who I did enjoy by the end of it, recast Kid Flash. It's not that hard a job. Just recast him. It's not a big deal. It's not insulting to the person that doesn't want to do it anymore.
But I don't think if he's not going to be a regular, but he's still going to feature every now and then, I don't mind. Like, for me,
is he still going to feature?
Yeah. He's still,
okay. Then.
He's not going to be a season regular, so there might be like a 2-episode arc, so he'll probably be there for the team up or something like that.
All right, fair enough.
So for me, that will be all right, because for me, especially on The Flash, I was like, in The Flash, I feel like there's too many characters now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind the odd character, but literally, look how many people are on Team Flash. You got the Wells, the Council of Wells is. You got Reverse Flash popping in every now and then. You got Iris West, Joe West, his chick. They just had a baby. Nora West has just popped in. I'm nearly up to 10 already, and that's just the people that I've been adding in from like the season.
Cisco,
you know what I'm
Keiynan,
saying?
Ralph.
Cisco, Caitlin, Ralph.
Who are we missing? We're missing somebody.
Probably Barry.
Yeah. There you go.
The Flash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's 12 people or whatever that are consistently either featuring or coming in and out. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like the focus next season needs to be more about the like the Arrow done that so good this season.
I finished that now, by the way, and that brought me to tears. Oh my
Thank you.
That brought me to tears. Oh my days.
Was it not so good?
You know what I was gonna say? You were right. Like I caught up with Flash and Arrow, and I watched Flash, and I'm like, okay, I enjoyed it now that it's at the end. But Arrow, oh my god, that one, everything about it was just so on point. This villain, to me, I don't know if you lot have been watching Arrow like consistently.
Well, I have.
Yeah, I know you have. This villain to me has been the second best villain that this show has had. And the best one was Deathstroke. But this guy, Diaz was, he was just so good. That one episode where it was just Diaz was my favorite episode, where it was just him. That was such a good episode. Oh, Arrow. I can't wait for next season. Like, I literally cannot wait. I don't know what they're going to do now that he's Iron Man himself. But, anyway, that was a little bit of a segue. But
that's what I'm saying. The Arrow, I feel like, and they've set up. Do you see what I was saying about how they set up the next season?
Yeah. With
some kind of interest, and not like the Flash just had bare unanswered questions that have been throughout the season. Whereas in Arrow, they wrapped everything up and said, right, this is what's going to happen next season-ish or whatever. Which as well, yeah, and I know I've mentioned this bare times, Giggle as Arrow.
Yeah, you've been saying that for the longest, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, now that you've seen it, was he not sick when he was Arrow, fam?
Yeah, he was. When he
done that thing when Canary done the scream
and he jumped across
to that other building.
Yeah.
Diggle Arrow is a bad man. I'm not gonna lie, fam. Diggle Arrow is a bad. I call him Black Arrow. So there you go. Green Arrow, Black Arrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing Diggle was Arrow. And one thing I like is that Arrow or Green Arrow beat the villain, which was great, but the villain got away. So it's not like he's dead. We'll see him again, and you know he's gonna come back pissed or more pissed than he was before. Like Diaz was just, I feel like he challenged him. He hasn't been challenged like that since Deathstroke. Like he really hasn't.
Well, I feel like what's his face last season?
Who? Damien Dark.
No.
Was it Damien Dark?
That was the season before. That was the
season before. It was the other guy. He did challenge him. He did challenge him.
Adrian,
I feel like Adrian.
The thing is, Adrian Chase.
Adrian Chase, that's it. Yeah.
I feel like that tied in to this.
Yeah, well, no, it was a nice
story.
little.
It
was almost like a 2-part season.
Yeah, it all like built up into it, and it's kind of like all this stuff fell over from what he had done into this. Like even at the beginning, they was like, "Is it Adrian Chase? Is it him? Is he fucking with us? Is he making it?" Like he's gone now, he's dead. So how is this stuff still falling over? And then it wasn't him, and then they thought it was someone else, and it wasn't them, and then so good. Anyway, moving on because we can sit here and talk about Arrow
for ages.
Right.
Huh?
I said that was so cute, by the way. That was great.
Right. Right. We're gonna do a quick, tiny comic reviews. Yeah. So, Kieran.
What have I read? I can't even remember what I read. I read something the other day. The Flash. Oh my God, Flash War.
No
Flash
spoilers.
All right. Well, okay, I won't spoil it, but it was good. It set obviously the build up between Barry and Wally West has been heating up for a while now, and I wouldn't say it's come to a head, but it's literally getting there. Something happens with Iris, and Barry and Wally disagree on how to handle it. And Wally basically takes matters into his own hands in the beginning, and then at some point he agrees with Barry. But you see things in this issue that suggest, whoa, Bart Allen. Do you know what I mean? Jay Garrick.
Oh, sorry. Quick shout out to Rich in the comment section.
Are you there? Was cracking, Rich? Denmark. Yeah, and you see things, you're like, whoa, what? Jay Garrick, Bart Allen. No, not Bart, Jay Garrick. Max, you remember Max Mercury, the Zen Master of Speed?
Yeah.
Who originally was the original, let me give you a little bit of comic book history, was the original Quicksilver, before Marvel's Quicksilver. But anyways, you see little hints him, and you're like, when you see that, you're like, oh my God, they're going to bring these guys back. There's no doubt about it. They cannot do that and not bring them back. And it was a first good read. It was a good first read. I can't wait to read part 2 because it was a great cliffhanger. I just love the way it ended. One thing I will say, because the whole thing about this comic is that they're saying by the end of it there can only be one. I feel like not Marvel. I feel like DC is giving us a spoiler. Josh, I don't know if you know about the comics that they're doing with like Aquaman and Jabberjaw and the Flash.
Oh, yeah. There's spin-off ones.
So there's a comic book. They look good. I want to buy at least 2 of them. But the one with the Flash, it says the Flash and Hong Kong. I think it's Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah.
No, it's Black Lightning in Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah. Who's the one with the Flash?
Hold on, I will check now because I just saw the advert in Man.
Yeah.
You love Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah, they're doing Hong Kong Phooey.
There's Hong Kong Phooey and Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Which looks sick.
Yeah, it's the Flash and Buggy. The Buggy.
It's Kid Flash.
Yeah. But it's Wally West. My point is, have you noticed they did the Flash, but it's like Wally West? Why wouldn't they do Barry Allen?
Yeah, but maybe, but I don't know.
I'm just thinking maybe they're using this to make Wally West. At first, I thought they were going to do Flash War to make Barry Allen the main Flash again, because the TV show is popular, and they've obviously got Barry Allen in the DCEU FU movies. But I'm starting to think maybe Wally West is the one that's going to come out on top. So that's just my little.
It could be a possibility, because the whole "Where's Wally?" and, you know, having went back, obviously for a long time, Wally West was the main Flash.
Yeah.
And obviously Barry Allen came back, and comics always have a tendency to go like where something has been, or, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, if this was the way something was for a long time, and then they change it up and everyone gets in the, you know, in a little hissy fit, and then it stays like that, and then an event happens, and then it goes back to how it was before, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh yeah, let's have both of them at the same time. Then everyone will be happy, and it, you know, that's how it goes on.
I mean, I'll be happy if we get to keep both Flashes, all the Flashes, all the speedsters. I love them all, man. Bring back Max Mercury, Jay Garrick, and Bart Allen as well. Bring them all back. But read when you get the chance. All of you out there, if you don't read Flash comics, read this little story arc. It's really good. It's called Flash War, and they're only on part 1, so you've got this month to get part 1, and then you can just carry on from there, and then you don't have to read Flash comics again. But this one was a really good one. Rich,
you probably will after.
Yeah, Rich, go get it. Sean, go get it. Other Sean, read some comics.
Me, I'm gonna go get it. Literally, I was in a comic book store today, and I bought Man of Steel #1 and #2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, I also got Doomsday Clock 5.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Joker cover?
Yeah.
Right.
I saw 2 covers and I went, the Joker one looks sicker. I'm gonna go for that. But because I read both of them on the way home. But because when I was in the store, I was thinking, oh, what do I want? What do I want? I was like, I'm so behind on Flash. I was like, I need to catch up on Flash War.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I come back next week, I'm gonna catch up on Flash War. So quick review of Man of Steel. Have you read it as well?
I've not read it. So
okay.
Feel free to spoil though.
Yeah. So basically, this is Brian Michael Bendis' first 2 issues, Man of Steel.
I should get those.
I have to say, I don't hate it. In fact, I don't even not like. I think it's good, because obviously the reports about the whole 14 new characters and stuff like that. Like, I've started seeing these characters, but they're not like, ooh, look at me, I'm a new character or whatever. They're kind of just
there
in the story, and then it kind of goes through like some pre-stuff as to what is going on with Krypton. We get introduced to the new big bad of the series, and how it's tying in is remember last week I said I wouldn't mind if it kind of builds on what's already there, like something we didn't know that's happened, instead of retconning things.
Yeah.
So far in the first 2 issues, that's what it feels like. It feels like oh, the stuff that's happening in the past on Krypton is it doesn't feel forced or like they're trying to change something. And then also Superman, he feels very Superman, like classic goody 2-shoes-ish
traditional
Superman.
Yeah.
With underwear on the outside. He's just in the first, like, say for example, in the first few pages or whatever, he Kill 'Em Off comes to like he comes to Firefly's apartment, and he's like, where's the money? And he's like, don't say that. He can hear words like where's the money and stuff like that. He listens for that, and he's like, I'm not stupid, I know where he is, and all that stuff. And then you just see the blur fly through, red and blue blur fly through or whatever, and it's because they're in Metropolis, isn't it? So like he was trying to be clever. I'll literally read this line because I thought it was hilarious when I read it. He went, Firefly. Kill 'Em Off goes, oh God, please don't drop me. Superman says, I don't do that. Firefly goes, Batman does it all the time. Superman says, I know, but it's funny when he does that. Sorry, I'm really laughing. And then Firefly goes, oh God. And he goes, hey, professional curiosity, you don't have to answer. what happened to guys like you being too scared to set foot in Metropolis? And then Firefly goes, I thought that this was the perfect place to hide. Superman goes, good plan. He says, thank you. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Superman goes, yes. I was just like, that was funny because I could just imagine him doing it in that goody two-shoes way. Like the way he's talking to them, just like, guys, man, you think you could, do you know what I'm saying? And then he has another thing with Toyman, the original Toyman, not the Asian super kid smart Toyman. Like, and Toyman, he goes, Toyman, and he's like, the Toyman. I was like, yeah. So far, I'm feeling this Man of Steel. I think it's been good so far, and I'm looking forward to the next issue. And then Doomsday Clock, I haven't read, but I will be reviewing it for next week.
Next week, yeah, I'll make sure to have read it by then because I've got my issue as well. I got a different cover though, not that I chose it. I think I'm gonna have to buy that again just so I can have the Joker copy.
The Joker cover looks dope, fam. I'm not gonna lie. It looks sickening. Ish, what have you been reading?
I've just been reading Wicked and Divine, which is heating up nicely. I think I reviewed it already, so I won't review it again. But I'll just say, like, the gods are turning on each other, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And they're about to war in the most extravagantly beautifulest way, and a lot of people are gonna die, which I can't wait to see. But I have been watching My Hero Academia, and things are heating up. Oh my god, it's so good. If you're not watching My Hero Academia season 3, what are you doing?
I haven't started it yet.
What episode are you on?
Season 2 where it ended basically. I haven't started. I've watched season 1 and 2 already. I just haven't started season 3. Shamefully. Yeah.
It's okay. Just
I'm trying to mull through Mob Psycho so that I can watch My Hero Academia.
Yes. Okay, good. Watch Mob Psycho and then jump on My Hero Academia. It is brilliant, and it's like, oh, like Deku's like evolving lovingly, but it's just not lovingly, but he's becoming a really good hero. But then something has happened that has obliterated everything that has come before him, and you're like, shit, what is going on?
Oh man, all right.
So yeah, that I don't want to spoil anything.
I think I'm on episode. How many episodes of Mob Psycho? 10?
I think, is it 24? Because I'm watching it normal like time, so it's on like episode 46. So I'm assuming it's like, it's probably like 24 episodes or something like that. So, but it's coming along nicely. I think I'm probably on episode, I don't know, like 15 or something like that. So
I'll catch up.
Yeah, you'll catch up in no time. Don't worry. So, but yeah, that's my review. Okay.
All right. You like anime or two people?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool.
Right. So, that's the end. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get to doing the pull list for this week because man ran out of time in it. But
sorry, guys. Next week.
Next week, yeah, we'll definitely have a pull list. I'm sure Rich will make sure of that. You know, he is the engine that chugs. I don't know. Right, so that is the end of issue numero 24 now of De So Se Vuole. So, from me, just as the Josh's is, and that's the bit where you reveal yourselves to the world.
I am Lord.
He's back. He's the Outlawed Red Hood, and I am the Phantom Specialist. And you can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, all of the above socials. Click, like, subscribe, comment, come and check us out.
And share!
Yes.
Thanks
We
for tuning in,
appreciate
guys.
everybody who's in the chat room and listens to us. We love you, appreciate you. Dad, I love you. Sean, Rich.
Everybody.
The other Sean.
Wow. All your names. You know your names.
All of you people. All of you.
Peace and change.
Bye, everyone.